told you that one of Hollywood's greatest comedic icons is also one of its most misunderstood dramatic actors? That behind the outrageous faces, rubber body humor, and larger-than-life characters is a man who battled rejection, poverty, industry skepticism, and even his own identity, only to reinvent what success looks like in Hollywood. Today we're diving into the extraordinary journey of Jim Carrey, a performer whose talent stretches far beyond comedy, whose pain fueled genius, and whose career proves that Hollywood can reject you, but still never defeat you. Jim Carrey isn't just a funny man. He's a storyteller, an artist, a philosopher, and a reminder that true creativity has no boundaries. This is the story of how he rose, fell, transformed, and ultimately became one of the most versatile performers of the last 30 years. Jim Carrey's story doesn't start in Hollywood. It starts in Newmarket, Ontario, where he grew up in a working-class family pushed to the edge by financial hardship. At just 14, Carrey wasn't dreaming of fame. He was cleaning factory floors after school to help his family survive. But there was one place where young Jim truly escaped: on stage.
Hollywood. What is it, like the entire city's a giant sweatshirt and that's the part you pull over your head? What? Yeah, it's a good deal.
He discovered he could imitate almost anyone: celebrities, teachers, even his own family members. His gift for mimicry wasn't just talent, it was survival.
All I gotta do is let go of the illusion that
Now that's a spicy meatball.
Laughter became the only tool he had to lighten the weight of the world at home. At 15, he made his stand-up debut at a comedy club in Toronto and bombed. Not because he wasn't funny, but because he didn't yet believe he deserved to be on that stage. But he didn't quit. He spent years perfecting his craft, performing at small clubs, impersonating everyone from Clint Eastwood to Elvis.
Clint Eastwood.
Slowly earning a reputation as a young comic prodigy. His persistence paid off when he moved to Los Angeles. He became a regular at the Comedy Store, eventually landing a spot on the TV show In Living Color, where his explosive characters, Fire Marshal Bill most famously, caught the world's attention. Carrey was on the brink of becoming a star. He just needed the right role. 1994. A year that would change not just Jim Carrey's career, but the entire comedy genre. In the span of one single year, Carrey starred in 3 massive hits: Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, The Mask, and Dumb and Dumber. Ace Ventura wasn't just a character, it was the birth of a new style of physical comedy. Hyper-animated, fearless, and unpredictable. Carrey moved as if he had no bones, no limits, no hesitation. Critics were confused, audiences were obsessed. Then came The Mask, a film that blended cartoon physics with live-action comedy, something only Jim Carrey could pull off. His exaggerated expressions turned into visual art. And finally, Dumb and Dumber, where Carrey proved he could disappear completely into character, creating one of the most iconic dim-witted duos in comedy history. Here's the twist. Carrey was paid $350,000 for The Mask, but after Hollywood realized his power, he earned $7 million for Dumb and Dumber, a jump so massive it permanently changed his trajectory. Jim Carrey had arrived, but no one expected what he would do next. By the late 90s, Carrey could have stayed in his comedic lane forever. But he wanted more. He wanted to prove that behind his elastic face was a mind capable of subtlety, emotion, and depth. Enter The Truman Show, 1998, a film so ahead of its time that critics initially questioned whether a comedian could carry such a surreal, introspective story. They were wrong. Carrey delivered a performance so sincere, so haunting, that it earned him a Golden Globe and redefined his entire career. But he wasn't done reinventing himself. In Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, 2004, he stripped away every comedic instinct, revealing vulnerability, heartbreak, and a quiet sadness rarely seen in mainstream Hollywood. Many call it the best performance of his life. He continued taking risks with films like The Number 23, exploring darker psychological territory. Hollywood doubted him again. And again, he proved them wrong. Jim Carrey wasn't a comedian doing drama. He was an actor doing whatever he wanted and doing it brilliantly. Over his career, Jim Carrey has won 2 Golden Globes, earned countless nominations.
Thank you. I am 2-time Golden Globe winner Jim Carrey.
And became one of the highest-paid actors of the 1990s. But accolades alone don't define his legacy. What truly sets him apart is how he changed comedy. His physicality inspired an entire generation of comedians. His range bridged the gap between slapstick and emotional storytelling. His dramatic roles prove that comedy actors can deliver some of the deepest performances on screen. Outside of film, Carrey found another outlet: painting. His artwork, bold, expressive, political, reveals a man constantly searching for meaning and healing. He also turned his attention toward helping others, donating millions, speaking openly about mental health, and advocating for artistic freedom. And yet, despite all this, Hollywood hasn't always known what to do with him. Studios rejected his artistic evolution. Projects were shelved. Roles he wanted went elsewhere. But Jim Carrey didn't crumble. He redefined what success meant by choosing authenticity over approval. Jim Carrey's legacy isn't just about laughter, it's about transformation. From a poor kid cleaning factories, to a worldwide comedy icon, to a dramatic powerhouse, to an artist who speaks his truth without fear. His career teaches us that versatility is strength, rejection is redirection, and passion is a path, not a destination. Now, I want to hear from you. What's your favorite Jim Carrey movie or moment? Is it the wild comedy or the quiet, powerful drama? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more deep dives into Hollywood's most fascinating actors.